San Fernando Valley, and Mr. Gil Cedillo of the Westlake neighborhood. We'll begin our meeting as we begin with all our meetings with general public comment. For folks who have submitted multiple cards, you'll be given a total of 2 minutes to speak. You can speak on any agenda item that you signed up, as well as general public comment. At this moment, I see that no one has signed up for such a designation. So we will close general public comment and begin the meeting, Mr. Chair. I'm sorry, Mr. Mejia.
Yes, sir.
I elevated you today.
You promoted me.
We'll begin the meeting by considering together items 6 and 7.
Sure.
You can read those into the record, and we have a few speakers on that.
Okay. Item 6, Councilman, this is a report from the Planning Commission. It's a general plan amendment, a vesting zone change, and an appeal filed by Unite Here Local 11. This is a project situated in Council District 1, and it involves various land use entitlements, vesting conditional use, site plan review, among others. And
all right.
Item 7, Councilman, it's you also asked me to read that into the record. It's also an appeal filed by the Coalition for Responsible, Equitable Economic Development, and this part of the project is the vesting track map.
Excellent. Could you also read into the record item number 8 as well?
Yes, but I should clarify, Councilman, that item 7 that you asked me to read, it's situated in Council District 13. It's for a mixed-use project, 191 guest room hotel, different council districts in the city. And the ones that are interrelated, Councilman, to further clarify, are items 7 and 8, not 6 and 7.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes. So item 8 is the one that is interrelated, and it's in Council District 13, which relates to item 7.
Okay. All right. So we're looking at items number 7 and 8. So I will call public comments for items number 7 and 8. At this time, we've been joined by committee member Mr. Kern Price of downtown in South Los Angeles. Welcome. So we have comment speakers on number 7 only I see here. Alfredo Hernandez, Audrey Eknos, Gil Smith, Kira Tashima, and Nicole Shahinian. In any order, just come on up and take your minute to speak.
Good afternoon, Nicole Shahinian with the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of the Chamber, I'm here to express our support of the proposed 1600 Schrader Hotel project. The Chamber believes this project is a game changer for this neighborhood and will help to bring much-needed hotel rooms to one of the most visited parts of Los Angeles. We believe this project will go a long way towards contributing to the walkability of the neighborhood. The project is well served by transit, increasing its accessibility for residents and tourists alike. As you know, Hollywood is undergoing an amazing renaissance. As we continue to grow at an unprecedented rate, so will the need for hotel rooms. For the past several years, the Chamber has been working to attract new hotels like this to Hollywood. With multiple hotels nearby, the neighborhood is emerging as a hospitality center, providing much-needed services for thousands of visitors that travel to Hollywood, as well as our local residents who live, work, and play in Hollywood. We urge you to move forward with this project. Thank you.
Good afternoon, board members. I'm Gil Smith, president of the Ricardo Montalban Theater and Foundation, located on 1615 Vine Street. I'm here in favor of the 1600 Schrader Hotel. It is absolutely a beautiful design. The developers have been sensitive to the neighbors. The apartment building next door is going to be renovated by Roshan, and in a sorely decrepit area in Hollywood around the post office, it's now emerging as one of the hot areas of Hollywood. My theater is dependent upon the tourist trade and dependent upon people coming to Hollywood and looking around themselves, not just to eat, not just to go to meetings, but to use the theaters. And as you've seen in the past couple of years, our theater, the Avalon, Pantages recently announcing that it's expanded to take over the Dolby, or not the W, the Dolby. And thank you very much for my time and your time to promote Hollywood and its
That's your
hospitality.
time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Audrey Eshno. I'm the Executive Director of the Hollywood Ymca, located at 1553 Schrader Boulevard in Hollywood. For more than 100 years, the Hollywood Ymca has been serving the Hollywood community and making it stronger. The applicants are committed supporters of the Y and are exemplary corporate citizens. Because the YMCA is across the street from the project, Y members will find the hotel convenient for impromptu get-togethers, social occasions, and as a relaxing urban oasis in the core of Hollywood. Conversely, hotel guests will benefit from our health and wellness programs and state-of-the-art facilities. Recently, our council member, Mitch O'Farrell, introduced the Heart of Hollywood, a new long-term strategic and creative initiative which will focus on promoting economic growth, world-class design, and a strong sense of place and community. This project is a perfect example of this initiative. Please join the Hollywood Ymca in supporting this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I don't see Mr. Hernandez or Ms. Tashima. So we will move forward. Oh, she's coming. There she is.
Good afternoon, Kira Tashima, representing the applicant. I wasn't sure if you were going to be allowing some time for the applicant to speak, so I put my name in for public comment here.
Councilman, typically, the planning department goes first and presents the project, if that's what you wish to do.
So we'll hear from Mr. Bullock from CD 13, but I think we're not going to do that today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the appellant, Councilman, sorry to interrupt, will the appellant have the opportunity to present their appeal today?
Mr. Bullock, we'll hear from Council District 13 on this matter, and then we can make a determination.
Good afternoon. My name is Craig Bullock, and I'm with Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell's office. The council member requests that this item be heard at the Plum meeting on February 26th. It is our hope that this time can be used to resolve differences between the applicant and the appellant. Thank you.
Excellent. So hearing from those who gave testimony, including the council office, we'll move the... Yes, ma'am.
Terry Kaufman, Messiah City Attorney's Office. You need to give the appellant the same time that you gave the applicant, which was a minute today, so just so it's even.
All right. Is there an appellant present that would like to speak for a minute? Really, she only spoke for 20 seconds, so I'm just saying.
Godfrey Ashira Credele, we concur with the council members' proposal.
Thank you. All right.
So, Councilman, just to be clear, items 7 and 8 are being continued to the February 26th meeting.
That's the order.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you so much. All right. All right. We will next go to items 2, 3, and 6, and I want to confirm that we have a request for continuance on each of those.
Sure. Item 2, Councilman, this is a report from the Cultural Heritage Commission. It's relative to the inclusion of the Apera Momonga Mission Trail as a historic cultural monument. Item 3, Councilman, is an appeal relative to the adoption of the MND for the project for 2 single-family homes, as well as the appeal filed on the zone variance. And item 6, Councilman, this is an appeal filed by Unite Here relative to the approval by the CPC of a GPA general plan amendment and a vesting zone change for a hotel project located in CD1.
All right. I have one speaker on this, John Henning. John Henning. This is for 2 and 3, so come on up. For 2, 3, and 6.
I'm the appellant's attorney, and I'm here only if the matter isn't continued today.
Okay.
Need to speak if it is continued.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's our expectation that this item will be continued to February 26th. That'll be the order.
On items 2, 3, and 6, Councilman.
Yes, items
Yes.
2, 3, and 6. Continue.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we want to clarify the continuation dates.
Yes, sir. Yes, I believe the agenda denotes that item 3 is being continued to April 16th.
Okay.
Item 2, the request still stands for February 26th, and item 6 still, I believe, still stands February 26th.
Got it. Thank you so much. That will be the order. I'll note that we now have a full house
Mr. Chair,
of committee members, including Mr. Bob Blumenfeld. Yes.
I just want to note for item 6 that the applicant has submitted an extension letter to extend the time limit to March 8th.
Okay, duly noted. All right, item number 1.
Item 1, Councilman, this is the Director of Planning's report, and Mr. Keller's here.
Good afternoon, council members. Kevin Keller, Executive Officer, Department of City Planning. Just a brief 2 updates for the committee members. One, we have a milestone on our community plan program to share. We completed the circulation period for the draft Hollywood Community Plan EIR. It circulated for 75 days and concluded at the end of January. Staff is now responding to the letters and comments received and will be preparing a final EIR in the upcoming months. Also, a CD3 news flash. The department held its Warner Center Specific Plan 5-year status report public meeting at the end of January, corresponding with the 5-year adoption anniversary of the Warner Center Specific Plan. In 2013, staff is doing additional outreach on the status report this week. We'll be presenting at the Woodland Hills Neighborhood Council tomorrow night. And as a next step, the department will prepare a written report outlining development trends and activity and issue this report in March. And I'm available for any questions you may have.
Excellent. Thank you for that report. If there are no questions, we'll adopt the report. And can we move to item number 5, Mr.
Sure. Item 5, Councilman, this is a report from the Planning Department relative to the approval of an environmental clearance known as the Sustainable Communities Project Exemption, SCIPI, for a mixed-use project with 178 units, condominium units, located in CD1.
Excellent, and we'll hear from staff on this matter to begin our discussions and deliberations.
Good afternoon, council members. Oliver Neprin with the Department of City Planning. So the project that you have before you today for your consideration is a Sustainable Communities Project CEQA exemption. So this is a state regulation, state CEQA exemption, which is applicable to projects which meet certain criteria. The proposed project, as was mentioned, is 178 unit mixed income resident development with 9 affordable units and approximately 37,000 square feet of commercial floor area, which would include office space, retail, and restaurant space. The project, as I indicated, meets all of the standards of the Sustainable Communities Project CEQA exemption as outlined. Specifically, the project is consistent with the city's general plan. The project meets all the definitions of the transit priority project areas. The project also provides 15% greater efficiency than what is typically required for a development within the state of California. And it also has 25% greater water efficiency than what is otherwise typically required of development within California. And lastly, the project incorporates all of the mitigations that are applicable to the project that are found within SCAG's regional transportation plan. One of the things with the Sustainable Communities Project CEQA exemption is that while the project may be exempt from CEQA, the project still is required to implement any applicable mitigation measures that are applicable to an overriding EIR, in this case SCAG's regional transportation plan. Its EIR includes certain mitigation measures which will be incorporated into the project. The project does have certain entitlements that are yet to be decided. master conditional use for alcohol intensity bonus, a site plan review, and a vesting tentative track map. Those projects have not been decided, as I indicate. They are pending the determination of this body and City Council as to the project's exemption from CEQA. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you. If there are no questions from members, we will hear from our applicant representative, Mr. Liederman.
Good afternoon, Chairman. My name is Ryan Liederman from DLA Piper. Thank you, and thank you, Oliver, for that excellent staff report. We're here today because this is an excellent project. It's sustainable, it's more energy efficient, it's more water efficient, and it meets all the applicable criteria to have the statutory exemption. Should you have any questions, we have the whole team over here to answer those questions. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, we've got a number of public comment speakers on the card, so if you all could just hang tight in case there's discussion after these comments. And I'll call your name. You have 1 minute to speak. You can come up in any order once I've called your name. Corey Schmidt, Steve Raboli, Chris Cheek, Albert Duarte, Doug Summers.
Good afternoon, members of the council. My name is Steve Rebely, and I'm the proud owner of the San Antonio Winery, a 100-year-old historic institution here in the city of Los Angeles. We're also the proud owners of the Capitol Milling Building, a 170-year-old business and building in the city of Los Angeles. We're 2 months away from occupancy of approximately 700 employees. I'm entertaining Fortune 100 companies that will be in the site. We have an incredible pound sand attitude from the neighboring property owner, and unfortunately, this is not going to be a good way to solve this problem. We're looking for shoring details, we're looking for construction details, and we received a document last Friday at 5 o'clock. I thought that was just insulting. And the document was a site plan. So we're all for good business.
You can finish your thought.
We're all for good business, and we're all for moving and being progressive. But I'm asking for a stay on this. There has to be time. I feel that this CEQA process is being rushed way too quickly. The applicant has met with me twice, 5 months ago for a tour of the Capitol Milling, and then 2 months ago for a brief cursory explanation on a shade and shadow study. Nowhere has there been any documentation regarding shoring, and we're very concerned of the 700 individuals that are going to be occupying Capitol Milling. Thank you.
Come on up. Let's do it.
All right, here it is. Okay, so try to make it quick. I only got a few seconds. I'm here on behalf, my name's Corey. I'm here on behalf of the neighboring community. Just in terms of the size of the building, it's going to be 27 stories high. The nearest one that I see is about 17, and that's like more towards downtown. I'm just expressing concern for the neighbors of the community. I'm not sure how it's going to impact everybody because it's right smack in the middle of Chinatown, and I'm all about, you know, revamping Chinatown, but I just feel that this project might be a little too large, might be too imposing. So those are my concerns that I bring to the table.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name's Chris Cheek. I'm here on behalf of Plumbers Local 78 in Los Angeles. We're here to support the project. As a representative of hardworking men and women in the construction industry, I am excited about this project because it ensures good paying construction jobs and guarantees a safe working environment for our workers. The project will transform the existing site into a high quality development built by our skilled local workforce. We are proud to support this development and ask that you approve the request. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Doug Summers. I'm with UA Local 709 Sprinkler Fitters. I represent over 1,000 hardworking construction workers. I'd say 60% of our membership live here in LA. So we are in complete support of this project. It's going to provide good middle-class jobs. It's got good local hire language in it. The applicant has made good commitments with the skilled crafts. So I urge you to support this project. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you. My name's Albert Duarte. I'm with the Iron Workers Local 416. We're the reinforcing part of the Iron Workers. And we have 3,400 members within our union and 1,800 in this area. We're providing, we ask you to support this project. The applicant has committed to our apprenticeship program, where we also have a re-entry program where we're also going to the schools and bringing on apprentices. So we're actively bringing on new members, and in order, this is going to help us grow, and it's going to help us hire more kids that are coming out of high school that college might not be an option for them, and iron is a perfect option. So thank you. We ask you to support this, and thank you.
Shamari Davis, Gus Torres, April Papili, Evelyn Real, Miguel Malgoza, Jose Pena.
Good afternoon. My name is Shamari Davis. I'm a business rep for IBW Local 11 Electricians Union. I brought my posse. So we're just really excited about this project. We are behind it. It's going to provide middle-class jobs, which LA needs. They have agreed to area working standards, which is going to definitely make sure that the residents can fulfill that dream, that American dream that we're all fighting for, that's getting harder to get every day. So this project is another step in that direction, and we urge you to support it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Evelyn Del Real. I'm with Arms of LA, and we're in complete support of this project. We're especially excited about the local hire component of this project because we have firsthand experience of the benefits of the local hire programs. Our members have benefited in getting jobs and starting careers in the construction industry. The chance to give hardworking men and women such an opportunity needs to be supported by our city leaders. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is April Papili. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. We're with ARMS of Los Angeles, and we support this project. We work with at-risk youth, veterans, and the homeless, and anyone in need of a second chance. It is very encouraging that the applicant has committed to supporting local workforce training and development and local hire. For us at ARMS, it is an opportunity for our members to launch a career in the construction industry. We urge you to approve the request to give those in need of a second chance an opportunity to improve their lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Miguel Malgoza. I'm a East Chinatown local business operator for the last 15 years. I am a supporter of this project because I believe that with the continuous growth of Chinatown, projects like this will also assist our community with housing, with commercial spaces, and also will strengthen our local economy. And I just hope that this request gets approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm here on behalf of UA Local 250 from Los Angeles and our 5,000 members, and we're here to support this project.
Tell us your name, please.
I'm sorry, Gus Torres.
Thank you, Gus.
This project provides the residents of Los Angeles with the opportunity of both short-term and long-term jobs. Not only will thousands of good construction jobs be created, but there will also be long-term jobs in the commercial space portion of the project. Los Angeles needs good employment opportunities and projects that serve our community. This project provides us with both, and we strongly urge you to approve the request. Thank you for your time, and God bless.
Good afternoon. My name is Jose Pena with Creed LA, and we support the project.
The project maximizes its location and enhances the environment of Chinatown by providing commercial space that will be beneficial even to people who do not live in the proposed building. There is a lack of housing in Los Angeles that has had ripple effects throughout the community. This development alleviates some of those issues while improving and straightening our local economy, and its location on the same block as the Chinatown Metro Station enhances an urban center that connects our city and residents. We are proud to support forward-thinking developments like this one, and we ask that you approve the request. Thank you.
Thank you. Godfrey Wachira, Zach Starsers, pardon my mispronunciations.
This is Zach. It was a good shot anyway, so. My name is Zach. I'm with Arms of LA, and obviously I'm here to support the project. Not only does it provide our community with 178 homes in the middle of a housing crisis, which is now, the human rights epidemic of our time, but it also maximizes the use of the site, giving LA a place where its residents can live and work, and that's a huge improvement. This project also takes advantage of the nearby public transit options that LA is quickly being known for. This is a great project for our city, and I hope that you approve the request. Thanks, and enjoy your day.
Good afternoon. My name is Godfrey Wachira with Creed LA, and we support the exemption request. I think what's most important is whether the environment is being protected or not whether the process is rushed. At the end of the day, it's all about the environment. And in this case, I think the document does put in very good measures to protect the environment. And it also meets and goes beyond stringent energy and water efficiency requirements. We also saw a document about dealing with health effects of living close to the freeway, and I think they put in very good measures. In terms of height of the project, yeah, it might be taller than the rest, but it's also a question of vision and meeting that vision. If we weren't bold enough, then all of LA would be single story. So at some point, you just have to do what you have to do to meet requirements and get the city moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So if staff doesn't have any comments with regard to our public comment?
Oliver Nepburn, Department of City Planning. I just wanted to reiterate, what is before you today is the statutory exemption, so the Sustainable Communities Project CEQA exemption. And what we've outlined in our document is that the project meets all of the requirements to qualify for that exemption. The project does have a separate track, which is currently in the process for the zoning administrator action for density bonus, site plan review, the domestic tentative track map. Some of the issues that were raised here can be addressed through that process. What we're dealing with today is whether or not the project, as we've outlined, qualifies for the statutory exemption.
Excellent. Thank you so much. If there are questions or comments from members, I'll throw to Mr. Cedillo.
I think staff's done an excellent job narrowing the issues in front of us. It does qualify, and I think we should take the action based on what's put forth. Opportunities to address other concerns exist in front of us, and our office is obviously always available for a resolution of those concerns.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Cedillo. So with those comments and all that we've received today, I'd move that we approve the Sustainable Communities Environmental Assessment and findings that the project qualifies as a transit priority project, and that all environmental land use criteria has been met per the Public Resources Code, section 21155. It's been moved. If there's a second by Mr. Price. Hearing no objection, that'll be the order. Thank you so much. All right, that leaves us with item number 4.
So item 4, Councilman, this is a report from the Planning Department. It relates to the decertification of a section of a previously certified EIR for a mixed-use project located in CD1. No, sorry, CD11.
CD11, all right. We have a report from staff.
Yes. Good afternoon, honorable council members. This item, in a nutshell, involves certification of a partially revised final EIR number 2014031014. for the Landmark Apartments project located at 11750 to 11770 Wilshire Boulevard in Council District 11. The city certified the original EIR, SCH number 2014-031014, for the project on February 14th, 2017. At that time, the city also approved the land use entitlements for the related case, which included a vesting zone change from the QC2-2 CDO zone to TQC2-2-CDO. Also included special permission for a 10% reduction of off-street parking spaces for an existing commercial building located within 1,500 feet of a transit facility, a design overlay plan approval with respect to the West Wilshire Boulevard Community Design Overlay District, and a site plan. Subsequently, a lawsuit was filed by petitioner Golden State Environmental Justice challenging the city's certification of the project EIR. The LA County Superior Court's ruling, dated June 28, 2018, granted in part and denied in part the petition for writ of mandate filed in case number BS 168429, Golden State Environmental Justice Alliance versus City of Los Angeles et al. In granting the petition in part, the court ordered the city to only decertify the energy impact analysis within Section 7, other environmental considerations, of the draft EIR, due to an inaccurate calculation of the project's net new operational energy demand contained in that section. Although the court invalidated the energy analysis section of the draft EIR, it determined that the remaining sections of the draft EIR were in full compliance with CEQA. Moreover, the court ruling did not require the city to rescind the project approvals, each of which remained valid and in full force and effect. To comply with the court's ruling, a recirculated energy analysis of the draft EIR was prepared and circulated for public review and comment in compliance with CEQA Guideline Section 15088.5 and the court ruling, and that's Exhibit B. Following the public comment period, a partially revised final EIR was prepared and released to the public on January 3rd, 2019. That's Exhibit D. Following publication of the partially revised final EIR, the city did receive a late comment letter concerning the partially revised EIR from Council for the Golden State Environmental Justice Alliance. Though no response to such comments is required, the city has prepared responses to these additional comments, which are included for your consideration in Exhibit E. Therefore, to finalize compliance with the court ruling, staff recommends the following actions. The City Council must first decertify the energy impact section of the final EIR, the original final EIR, that analyzed environmental impacts related to energy found on pages VII-12 to VII-19 of the draft Environmental Impact Report dated April 2016, then certify the new recirculated section of the final EIR. The City Council must then consider a finding that the project's environmental findings need not be amended except for the amendments specific to energy impacts that correct a factual error in those findings and so as to be consistent with the Landmark Apartment Project EIR Energy Impact section, and adopt these amendments to the findings. That's Exhibit F for your consideration. Finally, the City Council must determine whether the project's environmental impacts related to energy are less than significant, which is the same conclusion that was determined in the original final EIR dated September 2016. And as such, the Statement of Overriding Considerations and the Mitigation Monitoring Program adopted by the City Council on February 14, 2017 do not have to be revised or readopted and remain in full force and effect. Thank you. And the city attorney is also here if you have any questions.
Thank you so much. All right, we will now hear from a representative of the applicant, Mr. John Lahner. Dale Goldsmith.
Dale Goldsmith. Thank you very much, Councilmember Harris Dawson, Dale Goldsmith, Armbruster Goldsmith, and Delvac, representing the applicant. I'd like to commend staff for a very thorough presentation. Basically, this case went to the court. The court found a very minor technical error required to be fixed, but it really was a fix-it ticket. The approvals are not before you. It's really just the action is being brought before you to fix this minor technical error. I would like to remind you that the council unanimously approved this project in 2017. It'll provide a number of important public benefits, including provided needed housing, including affordable housing near transit, making a $650,000 contribution to the city's Affordable Housing Trust Fund, and providing an approximately 1 acre privately maintained public park in an area that really needs parks. As such, the project was strongly supported by all the key members of the community, including the homeowners organizations. Indeed, the only real opposition was by the petitioner in the lawsuit, Golden State Environmental Justice Alliance, a shadowy organization based in Corona, California. In the court case, Judge John Toribio denied Golden State's motion for over $600,000 of attorney's fees, finding, quote, petitioner's executive director testified that its only source of income is settlements obtained either due to the threat of or as a result of filing a lawsuit. Thus, petitioner has a clear financial stake in the action, i.e., to settle this lawsuit for money. As Judge Toribio made abundantly clear, petitioners are not motivated by a concern for the environment, but rather by simple greed. Please keep this in mind should you be considering any of their arguments. We would respectfully request that you follow the staff recommendation, make the technical correction, and allow this important project to proceed. Thank you for your consideration.
All right. As there are no public comment speakers on this matter, I'll ask the members if there's any discussion. I don't see any. And I know there has been an instruction written on this matter. We'll ask you to read it into the record, Mr. Mejia.
Sure. Basically, it expands upon what the previous comments by the Planning Department staff member. So the action being to decertify only the section of the landmark apartments final EIR originally certified February 14, 2017 that analyzed environmental impacts related to energy found on pages VII 12, VII 19 of the draft EIR dated April 2016, approved the certification of the partially revised final EIR number 2014-03-1014 for the Landmark Apartments project located at 11750 through 11770 Wilshire Boulevard. Adopt the revised findings made pursuant to CEQA and determining that the recirculated energy analysis need not be recirculated, and the finding that the statement of overriding considerations and mitigation monitoring plan adopted February 14, 2017 need not be revised and remain in full force and effect.
Thank you. Anything else for the good of the order on this?
No, Councilor.
All right. I saw lots of huddling. And before we take this matter up, I want to make sure that Ms. Krista Kleiner, an unnamed representative from CD11, is present. Can you come to the mic and say your name and put your thumbs up on the record, for a favor?
Len Wynn, Senior Planning Deputy, Council District 11. No objection to the report. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So you've heard the instructions have been moved. Do we need a second? We need a second?
Yes.
Second by Mr. Blumenfeld. Hearing no objection, that'll be the order. Where does that leave us?
That concludes the agenda, Council.
Excellent. We're adjourned. Thank you all so much.